crafters, welcome back to my channel, Margaret Knob Designs, where paper meets creativity. I am here today to do another project with my Jane's Memoirs paper, what I had left over, and I really only have a few scraps left over besides what I've used on here. I do have a bit of the ephemera pieces from the kit, but other than that, I used a lot of the tags and different papers, and I just cut them to different designs. Now, I'm not a card maker at heart. I think that card making is not difficult, but if you want to do something a little bit different, it stretches my creativity on a small card for, you know, some of them are good. Some of them, a couple of them I don't really like that much, but it's okay. So what I'd like to do is just go through the cards. I've gotten 8 cards out of them, so that should help me with my stash and getting along. So let me just push some of this back a little bit, and this is one of the cards that I used. Actually, I used 2 strips of the paper here, and then I did just the beige cardstock in the middle. And just as a tip, I had this banner cut, but it was actually cut too short. So I just cut it in half and spread it out and then put a tag over the top of it. And then I like to just do a little something on the inside of my cards when I make them. So, and this is just held on by a glue dot. I usually use glue dots for my bows. And this is a second card, butterfly, held down by glue dots, a few of some gems on there. I popped up this middle section. I also used a Doris embossing folder with some, it looks like stones or a brick wall in the back with the blue paper. And this is a Hero Arts paper. This is, I can't even remember where that came from. It's just in my stash. And then a little bit in there. This is probably one of the cards I don't really like. And actually, I have to say, this is the first one that I made. And I usually tend to get better as I go, I think anyways. So this was my last one. This was my first one. So I think this one looks much better than that one does. So I still think it's good. It's fun. It looks happy, and it's not too overdone. Then in the inside, it's simple with the banners right there. Ooh, what am I? And this I thought was a nice card for just a thinking of you, or a sympathy card, or just something nice, and a simple inside to it as well. And then this one I tried to do just some strips. I had leftover strips, and I popped them all up on the card, and then I used a scallop die with a round die and one of the ephemera pieces, and I actually had a larger border around it, but I cut it down a little bit for that. But nice get well soon. This is a piece of the ephemera, and I inked some of the edges of it so it wouldn't look quite so white. And then I took, this is a piece of the ephemera. This is actually a piece of the paper that I cut with my stamp cut. This stamp cut, this is by Stampin' Up, and used a double layered, a cream and a piece of the paper. And this heart paper is from Tonic. I believe it's from Tonic. It could be from an old kit. I honestly don't know. But I used that with some pink paper in the back, and some of my jewels I added to it with the ephemera card. I thought it was a nice layout, and then I used some of that leftover paper for the inside to add a little bit more to it. And then I wanted to try something out more collaging on my cards, and I used my stamp again and just mixed up the design of the paper on there. And I think it looks okay. Not as happy with it as I thought I would be. So I've seen a couple card makers that have done it with circles. And so I'm going to try that next, but I wanted to try something different, not just copying what somebody else did. So this is a card. And then I just added some flags on the inside, or banners on the inside. And this was one of my last cards that I made, and this is one of my favorites because I like all the different designs in a collage piece. And so I just actually popped out, this is one of my EK Success, it's a 1-inch square, and I just popped or punched those all out of the papers and tried to line it up as best I could, and added some jewels to the front of the card, and that was it. I think that turned out pretty good. And then a simple banner inside. So I wanted to share with you just my 8 different cards that I made. And I hope that you get some inspiration and some ideas out of them. And looking forward to seeing you again. I'll have some other design team projects coming up very, very soon. And look forward to seeing you. Thanks so much, guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye.